I'm Fire Chief Ralph Terrazas, and with me are the LAFD Medical Director, Dr. Mark Eckstein, and our Union President, Frank Lima. Our mission is to protect life and property. That mission includes responding to potential Ebola incidents. It is my job to ensure the Department provides you the necessary training, equipment, and support so you can accomplish this mission without harm to you, your coworkers, or your families. We have been closely monitoring the situation and providing guidance to our members for the past several weeks. This is a rapidly evolving situation that at times has been quite challenging. Should you have any questions with regard to the Ebola issue, you can refer to the LAFD information portal or email your question to evdplanning@lacity.org, and we will get back to you with a response as soon as possible. We will continue to work closely with labor, the medical community, and others to ensure that we're doing all we can to stay ahead of this potentially serious medical issue. This video provides detailed guidance on the proper donning and doffing of personal protective equipment when assisting any patient suspected of Ebola infection. Please watch it carefully and practice as needed to ensure that all personnel are familiar with the proper use of PPEs. Thank you for your attention regarding this important matter.
Hi, I'm Frank Lima, President of United Firefighters of Los Angeles City, Local 112, from the International Association of Firefighters. To successfully address the Ebola issue, labor and management must work together. To that end, UFLAC and the department have agreed to conduct a safety stand-down focusing on the Ebola issue. This stand-down will be held during fire station lineups on all platoons. Working together, we can effectively address this critical health care issue.
I'm Dr. Mark Eckstein, Medical Director of Los Angeles Fire Department. It is important for you to understand that the likelihood of contracting Ebola remains extremely low. However, if you come in contact with the bodily fluids of a person who's carrying Ebola, you will place yourself at risk. The lethality of the Ebola virus requires all of us to exercise extreme caution when handling any patient whom you suspect of being infected with Ebola. Ebola presents with signs and symptoms that are the same as a common flu. Therefore, it's vital for you to take an accurate travel history. The countries right now in the world where Ebola is epidemic include the countries in West Africa of Guinea, Sierra Leone, and Liberia. Because the incubation period of Ebola varies between 2 and 21 days, any patient who has come from West Africa or traveled to those countries in West Africa within the last 21 days should be considered high risk. That positive travel history, along with any of the signs and symptoms of flu, should immediately indicate to you this is a very high-risk patient, this is a potential Ebola patient, and you need to immediately take the proper precautions to protect yourself as well as your coworkers and bystanders. You need to immediately don the appropriate personal protective equipment or PPE and make the proper notifications to MFC so that proper technical assistance could arrive on scene to help you, and also proper consultation could be obtained to the incident commander to help guide the treatment, decontamination, and transport of your suspect patient. Ebola is transmitted through the bodily fluids of a known Ebola patient, through mucous membranes of the eyes, nose, or mouth, or contact with broken skin. Because the virus is so lethal, current recommendations include to make sure that there's no exposed skin when you're handling or treating a suspected Ebola patient. Your safety is paramount to all of us. We want to ensure you understand and identify the at-risk patient, properly don and doff personal protective equipment, make the proper notifications to the department, and notify the receiving hospitals well in advance to maximize the proper care of your patient and maximizing your safety.
In the event that LFD members encounter a suspected Ebola patient, the following personal protective equipment ensemble has been identified to be appropriate protection, which meets or exceeds recommendations by the CDC and Public Health. The kit includes Level B suit found inside your black terrorism bag, yellow overbooties also found inside the black terrorism bag, a P100 respirator, an N95 mask with attached face shield, goggles, duct tape, and 2 sets of white nitrile gloves commonly referred to as RA gloves. Although proper donning of this ensemble is essential, and it will be necessary to utilize a buddy system to ensure that the members check each other before entry into the atmosphere. It is imperative that the doffing or removal procedure of the ensemble is followed in the best attempt to keep the members from getting contaminated. Training suits have been distributed department-wide to practice the donning and doffing. The following will be the proper procedure for donning and doffing the ensemble. Donning of the Ebola ensemble PPE. Inspect all components for integrity and completeness. Step into built-in booties of suit. Step into turnout boots. Put on over booties over turnout boots. Slightly crouch and slip arms into suit. Zip up suit from the front. Place P100 over mouth and nose and pinch over nose. Place goggles over eyes. Place N95 and face shield over P100. Pull hood overhead and attempt to cover as much of the exposed face as possible without obstructing your vision. If not yet, zip suit up completely and affix Velcro enclosure completely to the neck. Don 2 sets of nitrile RA gloves, double glove. Wrap suit and gloves with duct tape, leaving a tail to assist in the doffing procedure. It is helpful to have 2 strips previously torn for this operation. Inspect or assist the other member to ensure complete coverage. Assisted doffing sequence for the Ebola PPE ensemble. Squad sets up a 2-pool system, 1 for washdown and 2nd for trash bag and bio bag. Create a 10% bleach solution in Hudson sprayer. Squad decon members don level B suit and respiratory protection. Member to be decon steps into first pool. Decon member number 1 sprays member with a 10% bleach solution, starting with hands, front and back, and then from neck down to feet, instructing the member to turn and raise arms at appropriate times using voice or hand commands. At no time shall the member's hands and arms be raised above the shoulders. Member raises 1 foot. Decon member number 1 rinses raised foot. Member steps into trash bag. In 2nd pool, leaving the remaining foot in the 1st pool. Decon member number 1 removes the duct tape from around wristlets of gloves and places them inside of bag. Decon member number 1 unzips the front of the member's suit. Member slightly pulls the level B suit out to relieve the suit from riding upward towards the face during the next step. Decon member number 2 begins removing the hood and turning it inside out. Decon member number 2 continues to remove the level B suit, turning the suit inside out as they peel the suit down. Member removes outer glove layer by pinching the palm of the opposite glove. For example, right hand clutches the palm of the left and pulls the glove off. Remove glove and clutch into opposite right hand. Remove right outer glove by taking a finger of the left hand. Inner layer of glove still on, between outer and inner glove of right hand. Pull right hand outer glove off, attempting not to touch the outside of right outer glove. This will create an inside-out glove ball. Member removes the face shield and N95 mask and places it into a bio bag. Member removes goggles and P100 and places them inside bio bag. Decon member number 2, assists member in stepping out of the turnout boots and booty. Member steps out of bag and outside of pool. Member removes the inner gloves in the same manner as above, with the exception of the remaining glove will be removed with bare finger sliding under the glove of remaining hand between the glove and bare wrist. Member places the glove ball in bag. Member proceeds to sanitize hands with hand sanitizer. Decon member number 2 places bio bag inside trash bag. Decon member number 2 ties off bag and identify the bag with red bio bag tied around the knot. Large trash bags should be kept available on apparatus and should be identified with red bio bag around knot when tied. Only in extreme situations shall the member place their hands on the decon member. An example would be preventing the member from falling, causing injury to the member. This is an attempt to keep the decon member's gloved hand as the only contamination.